All right. Mike, you hear us all right?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. All right. We got MyOhMyke. I can't say names for some reason. That's okay. So he's going to be doing some Hamtaro, Ham Hams Unites.
Yep.
So we got another Game Boy Color game here for you guys. But real quick before we get started, we do have a $1 donation from Bakuman84 saying, I wanted to send a little message over to Shasta Bui, always be happy anywhere, and for winner, admit it, you're cutie forever and never change. Alright, I'm sorry that I botched the hell out of that. But anyway, good luck with the run.
Thank you.
I hope you have fun. Yeah, hope you have fun.
Alright, I'm just gonna soft reset here because I want to make sure we get the timer started on sync, and I was about to go into demo mode. 3, 2, 1, go! So the story for Hamtaro Ham Hams Unite is Boss here, this big old ham ham on the screen right now, is working on a new expansion for the Ham Ham Clubhouse, and he wants to throw a big party to celebrate finishing construction. But all the hams are out, living their lives. They don't all just live in the Ham Ham Clubhouse 24/7. And Boss is too busy working on what his project to actually go find everybody. So he's gonna send Hamtaro out to go find literally all of our friends and go tell them to come back for the party, because he can't send out invitations. That's too easy. Takes too long, I guess. Whatever the case may be, we're just gonna go personally invite everybody we know to the party. But we can't just leave and go start finding people. Hamtaro, who's not a hip, cool hamster apparently, doesn't know anything about ham chat, which is the hip, cool way for ham hams to talk to each other. So we're going to have a little bit of a tutorial here at the start, a primer on ham chat. It's a dictionary of words and phrases, and some cute little animation to go with them. Like this one's kunka kunka in Japanese. This is hif hif. I think it's hif hif in English. It's just you sniffing the air, making sure that those sunflower seeds I just picked up aren't poisonous or anything like that, before we pick them up and eat them. We also learned tackle, how to tackle things, beat them up, how to say hello, and we're about to learn how to dig, which are the 4 basic ham chats that we can use in any situation. And then we'll pick up other words as we go through the game. And the real puzzle or game mechanic, if you will, is to figure out which ham chats you need to use to talk to your friends and other hamsters to continue to advance the story. And sometimes you have to be mean to them, sometimes you have to be very nice. It's all about using your ham chat in the correct context. But the first ham ham on our list is going to be Biju, Bijo, Bougie. She's this cute little ham ham who has a gigantic crush on Hamtaro that is absolutely not reciprocated in any way, if you ask me. We're really not into her whatsoever. Certainly not as much as she's into us. But she sees us, and we're going to chase her because we're trying to give her a message, and she thinks we're playing hide and seek with her. So she's gonna keep running away because she's being all cute or whatever. So we're gonna take our time going to find her. I got a couple other errands to run before we go actually drop off her invite, including picking up these 2 acorns. We're going to use acorns as part of the money route, because I know it's a Hamtaro game, but we do have to worry about money, which in this case is sunflower seeds. And we're going to use sunflower seeds to go shopping and buy drinks for a pretty lady later. Now, if I remember correctly, this ham chat is Nopey Blue in English. It's really silly. It generally just means, hey, don't worry about it. You can do it. It's generally just, cheer up, don't worry about it type of ham chat that we're going to use, I believe, exactly once. This one we're going to see quite a few times. This is Coochie Q in English. You shake your little booty. And we're going to be doing quite a bit of booty shaking throughout the course of the run. This guy's teaching Hamtaro how to say he's sorry, because Hamtaro's a jerk and I guess has never apologized in his life. But we knocked this guy off the tree and he apologizes to us for landing on us, because I guess that's just how it works, I suppose. Also, you do not need to slip on that banana peel there. That's a good way to lose a couple of seconds. Yep, one square to the left. So this is what our, those acorns that we got from the tree earlier, this is what we've got them for. This guy loves acorns. Most hamsters love sunflower seeds. He loves acorns. He's willing to trade 20 sunflower seeds for 1 acorn. It's going to be the bulk of our sunflower seeds during the run. We're going to need about 60 altogether, give or take. Give me the seeds. Alright, now I can go back to playing hide and seek. And she's gonna run off again. There is a little bit of speed tech here on this screen. We're going to tackle the tree to scare her out of hiding with the spiders. If you tackle the tree on the right hand side, it saves having to watch the camera pan over to the side, which saves the X number of frames, however many it is. And now we have to apologize for scaring her. Not that she's going to apologize for running away, but... That one's arigato, thank you. I think it's thank you. It can't be thank you in English. I can't remember what it is in English, to be completely honest. It's a split. Once you find them and tell them about the party, both walk back to the Ham Clubhouse and you can set out to search for somebody else. A boss from time to time is going to give us advice on where we can find all of our Ham friends every couple of stages. He'll unlock new stages as we go. He'll also add more words to our dictionary in bulk every couple of stages. That was too far to the right. Yeah, most of the places you can pick up sunflower seeds, you get them maybe 3 at a time if you're lucky. It's usually just 1. So picking up all of these 10 and 20 seed drops is super important. And the money rout's also pretty tight, so if I goof up a minigame later, I might have to go find some backup sunflower seeds. So our buddy Maxwell here just fell off the roof, and he's super embarrassed because we think he's a dork. So we have to cheer him up, tell him not to worry about it, it's okay. Because, you know, we make silly mistakes like that too. And then he has the nerve to call us weird. Which is fine. Whatever. who's next? Oxnard. Good buddy Oxnard. Boom, boom. He's over here in the park. And he looks upset. So we're gonna check in on him. Hey buddy, what's wrong? He's like, oh my god, I lost my sunflower seed. Now I'm hungry. It was the biggest sunflower seed I ever seen. I can't find it. We're just gonna leave him there because we got other stuff to do. At least at the moment. I mean, I know he's our friend and all. And the context of the conversation is this guy's looking for his caterpillar, I think it is. And the second choice there, if you choose the wrong thing, you tell him, hey, your caterpillar friend is very delicious and I'd like to eat him. And you do not advance the story. You have to tell him his caterpillar friend is very pretty and a cutie. And he's like, yes, my friend is a cutie, but they're also my best friend. So that's how you learn the hamster word for friend, which in the which might be telling, but it took me forever to figure out how to get that. But it's very important that we had that for the speed run. And this hamster's actually playing hide and seek. They're actually, you know, just the other person's actually playing along. But they've been hidden for so long that they think everybody else has Chuck looking for them. Chuck being to give up. We don't have any more time to help out. We Chuck looking for this big old sunflower seed. And now Uggs is very upset. Because we're his best friend, and we promised to be friends and help him out in times of need. We're just gonna let him sit here and starve without a sunflower seed. He's very, very upset. He's just been not the whole time. It's alright. Yeah, we're gonna unlock a couple of extra stages here in this cutscene. Including that top entry there that you totally had time to read is Pull, which is super important for our next ham. And we see Cappy, and we don't see Penelope. Penelope has wandered off and gone missing, and she's a very tiny little baby ham, so this is not good. So Cappy and I are gonna go split up and look for Penelope. But you know, I've been speedrunning this game a while. I know exactly where Penelope is. The problem is you can't say Penelope unless you know the hamster word for friend. So even in a casual playthrough, I found her right away and couldn't do anything about it. This frog is very responsible, though. You know, they're playing in the pool, and having fun, so we're gonna drain the water out because Hamtaro's a big jerk, and we can't let them have fun. But this frog is taking good care of Penelope because we're like, hey, that's our friend, and the frog's like, well, I mean, you look like a hamster, but are you? Anyway, the frogs are pretty cool in this game. Ookwee, ookwee. So I'm gonna go back one more stage to go find Pashmina. We could find Pashmina before we find Penelope, but it makes for a slightly longer cutscene. Whoops. So it's just faster to find Penelope first. If you find Pashmina first, she's waiting in her room for Penelope to come home, basically. and she fusses at her longer. She fuzzes at her in either case, but the stern lecture is longer, depending on which order you find them in. There goes the scarf. Whoosh. So Pashmina won't come home until we find the scarf, so let's go figure out what happened to it. And what's actually happened to it is there's a raven over here. A raven, a bird, a crow, whatever it is. Birdo over here has the scarf, and he won't give it up. So we're gonna make this funny gaspy face that we learned from Oxnerd. The raven, the bird just laughs so hard, he just drops the scarf. He can't help but laugh so hard. He's like, ha ha, you hamsters are pretty funny. And he's like, hey, you hamsters have your own language. What's the hamster word for friend? And you can pick any option in the dictionary you'd like. So you can just mash A, because that's what you like to do in speedruns, just mash A. You don't have to think about it, right? Except the default option there is go P. So that bird is convinced that the hamster word for friend is to stand on a very tall building, pole, whatever it might be, and to go pee over the edge. And now for the rest of the game, if I go pee in certain places, the raven will come and pick me up to fly me to any other stage that I'd like. Which has no usefulness whatsoever in the any % speedrun at least, but it's pretty cool that you make a little birdie friend. So this is wait queue in English. It looks a little bit different in the American version. They thought it looked a little too lewd for a child audience in America, I suppose. Where am I going next? Oh, Cappy. Oh, Cappy. So remember, Cappy's supposed to be looking for Penelope. That's what he's supposed to be doing. But we found her, so we should probably tell him, you know, we found Penelope, everything's okay. Bonk. Hey, a pan, a sink, I forget what it is, I think they're pans. A pan fell off the TV, and then a bigger pan fell off the TV. Then an even bigger pan fell off the TV, which gives us one free tile of movement to the left. And the game's like, man, I bet if you did that again, something else will happen. That was the wrong menu option. I just wanted to say hello. I was sniffing like 2 menu options too early here. So the context for this conversation is the frog's like, hey, so you know frogs can tell the weather, right? And we're like, yeah, that's the coolest thing ever. So this frog's going to teach us how to tell the weather by sniffing the air. And we're going to be certified frog weathermen, which is a very important credential to have. And then we're going to go beat up this TV again. Wow. So the 4th frying pan landed on this dude, and we're like, hey man, what's up? And he's like, yo, that thing just clocked me on the head, and I feel pretty pooey right now, which is what it is in English, so... you know, pooey, totally okay for an American audience, I guess. It's uni-ni, Japanese. We clocked him pretty good, though. Like I said, we beat up quite a few things in this game. Excuse me. Continuing my what feels like years-long tradition of not being able to not have a cold for a marathon. A very important menu here. Your dance was very pretty, cause man, the option right above it is now, man, that dance was really pooey, and you have to watch the whole thing all over again. Super important you pick the right menu option there. Like, if you choose other wrong options, I think you can talk to her again. If you choose, man, that dance was terrible, you can forget it. You gotta watch her run away like this, leave, come back, beat up the clock, watch the whole thing all over again. And right here, if we could figure out to skip on this screen, whoops, Don't mash A on this screen. It's bad. If we could find out a skip for this screen, it'd be great. Because then Ham's very worried about their friend. Their friend went down that dark alleyway there and hasn't come back. And we're like, alright, we'll help you find out what happened to your friend. And then she just stands in front of the entrance to the dark alleyway and doesn't let us by. So we've got to find a very long roundabout way to get into that dark alleyway. Which stinks, because that's where I have to go. That's where Cappy is. Cappy's down the dark alleyway. But if we could just walk through the entrance there, save so much time. Like, we'll call that, I'm just looking on my timer, was what, we'll guesstimate 1930. Let's see when we actually get on the other side of this dark alleyway. First we have to beat up another hamster. Out of the way! Hoorah! I like how Hamtaro looks at the screen like he didn't just totally murder that hamster. I mean, it's cartoon violence, so everybody's okay. He'll respawn or whatever, but... just shoved him right off a high cliff. They're about to enjoy a picnic, and this is where our frog weatherman credentials come in. The weather is officially pretty pooey. It's about to rain. Y'all need to leave, please. Mainly because you're in the way, but also because you're about to get totally soaked by the rain. I'm not super keen on all my Hamtaro lore, but whoever these three picnickers are, they're huge jerks. Like, Hamtaro's a pretty big jerk. In some situations, they're always pretty mean to Hamtaro, though. Like, if you walk by their picnic, they get mad till you got, you know, dirty, stinky feet, you're tracking mud all over their food, and then they have the nerve to ask you to deliver the picnic lunch to their father. Like, how you gonna be a jerk, not offer me any food, and then ask me to do you a favor? Yo, Cappy! So Cappy's been here instead of, and by the way, what, 29, so like 2 minutes 15 seconds, this is what's on the other side of the dark alleyway, is this bowling alley. And Cappy has not been looking for Penelope. Cappy's been completely enthralled by this Shogun wig. Excuse me. So we're going to play this minigame and try to help him get this wig. Two, 23, let's go. So there's no RNG element to this, so if I screw this up, this is all me. I'm just using this bottom row of balloons to time when I hit the next ball. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Yeah, that should be enough points. But those balloons follow a strict pattern. And then that's the most important skip in the game. No, we don't want to play again. Not only do you have to play the whole minigame all over again, you lose 5 sunflower seeds, and depending on your route, you'll have anywhere between 0 and 2 extra sunflower seeds. So you have to watch the minigame again, and then you have to go find more sunflower seeds, and that can be difficult, picking those up one at a time. Off to the grocery store when I find her on the level select screen. Here we go. And this is by far the longest stage in the game. Or at least the longest split, I should say. Some of the other stages might be longer. But you have to go, because you have to go in multiple times. But Honey and Dexter are fighting. And they're fighting over Pashmina. They're both madly in love with Pashmina. And they're looking for the bestest gift ever to give Pashmina. Radar here is a gossip columnist, and he thinks he's found a big scoop for his gossip column, and we tell him, no, they're always fighting, that's not news, that's why he's fussing at us now. Or she, I'm not sure. I don't know too much about Radar. I know he's super cute and these sound effects that I just talked over mercilessly are super adorable. So next time Raider's on the screen, and I'll shut my big fat mouth. But this stage plays out differently depending on who you talk to first. And we're gonna talk to Dexter first. Be like, man, you two should be best friends. And he's like, nope, we're rivals, and we're gonna be rivals forever. And he's like, well, look, Howdy and I are rivals, but you and I are best friends. And if you were my friend, you'd go spy on my rival for me. And Hamtaro's just gonna play right into this, because of course he is. So we're gonna go find Howdy. Check on what he's doing. Up we go. Howdy's over here digging, looking for the shiniest coin in the entire universe. And now he thinks we're making fun of him. We kind of are. I mean, it's a little bit cliche to, you know, bring him something, you know, big and shiny and money. But he's dead set on finding the shiniest thing ever for her. And all he knows is that this thing, whatever this thing is, because I don't think they really understand, you know, it's a cash register and this is money. All he knows is those things are super shiny and he's looking for the shiniest one there. So we're gonna go tell Dexter what we found out by spying. After Howdy fusses at us and sends us to go spy on Dexter for it. It's very complicated and lots of ham drama. The stages. There goes cute little Radar again. Radar actually has a newsflash though. Dexter is dying and desperately in need of help, and then he runs away and doesn't really give us any more details. That's fine. Everything's very gaspy. Dexter is in pretty serious danger right now though. 100 yen, baby, let's go. I guess it could be a $1 coin. We do have $1 coins in America, even though we don't use them very often. Man, I've been to Canada twice. I did use a lot of $1 and $2 coins. Man, my first time there, I'm pretty sure I tipped like $6 and a 99-cent donut at Tim Hortons. First time I went there. I forget what the shopkeeper's name is. I never remember to look it up before the run. But he's selling 3 different items here. He's selling a weird sticker that's a UPC label for the register. He's selling some cold medicine, and he's also selling excuse me, he's also selling a hot pack. But the hot pack is 9,999 sunflower seeds. Excuse me. And that price is a problem because Dexter is freezing to death and he could really use a hot pack right now. Also, check out the statue. This statue is awesome. Like, this is a super cool gift. But we're trying to figure out how to break him free. We're going to try and chew him loose. Not going to happen. That's plan A. We're going to skip plan B for now. Plan C is we're going to buy that hot pack and melt him loose. But we already know what the price is and how he's like, oh my god, that's ridiculous. So we're going to back up from plan C. We're going to go back to plan B. And plan B is blackmail. We're going to blackmail the shopkeeper into giving us the hot pack at a fair price. I don't know where that up input came from, but that's not where I wanted to go. So we're gonna have to find some dirt, some way we can blackmail the shopkeeper, which means we need to help Radar find his stuff. I don't know how he got up there and it got lost, but yeah, Tim Hortons is good, but Tim Hortons does not leave a 600% tip on the donuts good. I thought it was just changed. That was my bad. I mean, I'm sure everybody there was happy. It was a nice fat tip. But yeah, we help Radar find his stuff. Look at this. Look at all the cute ham chats we get here. Wow, I was mashing A there. Come on. And off radar goes again. But radar gives us an early preview of a story about the shopkeep, and now we can blackmail the shopkeeper into giving us what we want. And Howdy's a hands-on kind of hamster. Like all this bickering they've been doing back and forth, Howdy at least offers to do the blackmailing for us. Like we don't have to get our hands dirty. Howdy's gonna do it for us. He's a take charge hamster. So for Shane's not blackmailing him, we can now still have to pay for the hot pack, and we have to pay 10 sunflower seeds for it. Hold on, let me make sure I hit the right thing in the menu here. There we go. If you do the stage the other way around and you have to save Howdy, you end up having to buy something anyway. You buy this weird sticker that's a UPC label, and then you have used the scanner on the register to scan the UPC label so you can open up the register, because Howdy ends up getting stuck inside the register. But the reason why that's so much slower is you have to pick up a lot of optional ham chats to be able to progress through the story that way. I don't think anybody's routed all ham chats for HamHams Unite yet, but it might be faster to go the other way around in that category, just because presumably you'll have all the optional stuff anyway. But for any percent, this is by far the faster way to go. Now they're making up a little bit. And now we can all go home. Now I can hit the split button. And now they're going to be fighting again. Dexter has the better copy of the same exact photograph that Howdy has. So in exchange for saving his life, he wants to trade. Can you guys please stop fighting so I can leave the room? Evidently not. I meant to go left. There are only 2 stages you go left after you leave the room, and that was one of them. Alright, off to school. We got a big boss battle here against this dog. Hey, doggo, what's up? Attack the doggo! And then Ham appears like, why are you beating up my doggo friend? My doggo friend is very sweet and kind, and you're a big jerk. But if you don't try to make friends first, and when you walk by the dog growls at you and it scares you, you can't go by. If you just say hello to the doggo, you're still not good enough friends for you to be able to walk by. You have to beat him up. It's very sad. You gotta beat up this guy too. He's got a stomachache, he can't move out of our way, so we're gonna beat him up and then immediately apologize, because that's just the kind of person we are, apparently. I'm gonna need these bananas later. Hey, buddy! And this guy's sort of gotten the definition of a ham chat. We have to remind him the word he's been trying to think of for the past half an hour. And in exchange, we get the ham chat word for carry out. As in, like, carry out food, go get some takeout Chinese or whatever. Which, in translation, got shortened to just to carry. And I only bring it up because it took me until I learned the Japanese version of the speedrun and got curious enough to look it up that it meant to carry out, because it just says like, oh man, I forgot to get something to carry, and you're like, okay, well, what does that mean? That don't make no sense. You need to learn how to, you know, what's the rest of the sentence there? So if you played this game casually and couldn't figure out what was going on with that guy, he's talking about takeout food. I'm gonna get super meta here in a second. This is the one time we're gonna use Sticky. We'll go to Hamtaro.com and learn Smoochie. At least it says Hamtaro.com in the American version. Oh god, every time I go for a laugh, I just get coughing. But yes, the duality of man, pet the pup at the party, then beat them up as a hamster. Alright. Oh, whoops. Wow, I must have hit B. There we go. I just wish there was some consistency on climbing. Sometimes you have to use the climbing ham chat, sometimes you can just climb without it. But yeah, this is our last big purchase of the game. 50 sunflower seeds. 50 sunflower seeds for this weird looking fish-shaped bottle. And the bottle has a hole in it. Of course it does. Big ol' hole in it. So we can't actually use it for any bottling purposes. But all of this leads to us finally being able to find our next ham friend, Panda. Panda's very easygoing. I didn't have to do anything else I've done on this stage at this point. I just have to come and say hi to Panda, and he's like, oh man, there's a party, let's go. Like, no drama. No required optional ham chats. He's just like, alright, let's go. Partying's fun. Let's do that. The reason why I go do all that running around to get the bottle first is because, whoops, Panda will actually fix the bottle for me when I pick the right thing in the menu here. Which does two things. It fixes my bottle, and it brings me back to the school, which is where I need to go again anyway. Excuse me. So now we've got a bottle that doesn't have a hole in it, we can go check out the tea shop. By the way, we're all the humans at this school. Like, these hamsters have just taken over and they've got a tea shop set up and everything. There we go, there's some tea to go. Ha-cha-cha! This one's just so much fun to say. I forget what it is in English, but in Japanese I think, if I'm reading it right, it's ha-cha-cha. And it just means it's very hot. The tea is very hot. It's just fun to say. Ha-cha-cha. So we give this guy the tea, so if he drinks the tea, he drank too much milk. So now if he drinks some tea on top of it, his stomach feels better, we can get by. We're gonna go to the saddest concert in the history of concerts. Like, look how happy these frogs are. Banjo, not Banjo. Jingle, that's what I'm thinking of. Jingle's back here. He's been playing this sad song for pretty much hours on end because he can't figure out what to play for his encore. And that's when we tell him he should play a very smoochy song for an encore. And now he's willing to leave. That was such a messy split. And then PD pace into that split. Alright, one more stage to go. To the Sky Garden. Up we go. And then, tackle ourselves right off. Boom. Crash. We're okay. So I want to climb up this pipe, and this monkey literally cannot take another step. Not one more step until he eats. He's just so hungry. He just stopped right in that particular spot and cannot move. And now he's going to take his time eating his banana, so we're going to leave and come back. And then he's going to leave his garbage. We're going to trip and fall on the garbage. Then I'm going to climb up the pipe, right? All this running around to climb up the pipe. And there's something stuck in the pipe. We can't climb up the pipe. But man, you have to do all of that. You actually have to try to climb up the pipe. Even though you know you can't climb up the pipe, you gotta go try to climb up the pipe. And I have to come over here to pick, get one more ham chat we need for the rest of the run. Dang, I forget what this one is in English. But the meaning of it is complete, as in I have a complete collection of these cards, a perfect collection of these cards. Something along those lines. We're going to use it in a slightly different context in a minute or so here. So there goes Stan. Stan will run away from us. If we enter the screen that he's on, he moves away from us. So I'm going to take the long way around, because I need Stan to kind of stay in this corner. I don't want him to run away too much. I'm gonna say, hey, you, what's up, buddy? And he says, hey, what's up? And we're like, man, you're being super weird. I hit climb. I hit climb. Well, there's some extra sunflower seeds up here if you need them. 3. I have to start that whole conversation over. If I go pee up there, by the way, the bird will show up to give me a hand. Alright, so you say hello. He says hello back. I knew I was gonna mess that one up. I have to tell him, man, you're being weird. You're just hanging out in this hole. And he's like, nah, man, I'm playing golf. And all the super cool ham-mans play golf. That's what this one is, apparently. Spiffy. He's a very spiffy hamster. Then this boat's like, haha, you slipped them in a banana peel. And we're like, nah, we're super spiffy, though. All the spiffy ham-hams slip on banana peels. Once again. It's a totally bizarre conversation because I need this ham chat, which is team up. Ham team to team up. Not that we want to team up. I just need the ham chat, buddy. This girl, though. Hey, girl. What's up? And she's like, haha, hey. And we're like, man. Remember that ham chat we picked up earlier? You're like so perfect. You're like totally, completely hot. Like... And then she's like, haha, you should go buy me a drink. And this is what we need these last few sunflower seeds for. Please, please, please let us buy a drink for the hot girl over there. And we're like, alright, yep, we're gonna buy the most expensive drink here. Strawberry juice. Yeah, I picked up those 3 extra sunflower seeds, so it would have been good if I accidentally messed up the bowling game earlier, but that's alright. So you buy a drink for her, and then she still doesn't talk to you or anything. But I can come and unplug this thing. This was running these fountains over here. So now there's no current in the moat, if you will. and I can cross this log without falling off. And there's our good friend Sandy, who's been stuck here because the water's been running and she couldn't get across the log. Now she's telling us that her brother is off, I think it's Hula Hula. Her brother's being a lollygagger, and we need to go find him and bring him home so we can all go to the party. But Stan's too busy hitting on all the women at the club here to leave. And this is so important, this next bit. Because I've been on, it would have been at the time, it would have been world record pace right here. And forgot to talk to Sandy. Talk to Sandy, tell her to team up with you. Oh man. I'm just never gonna forget that run. I was so sad. The whole rest of the day, the whole long plane ride home from Texas. Couldn't believe I forgot to talk to Sandy and lost world record pace right there. It's alright. But this is why we go the long way around. Because now Stan walks away from us, right to his sister, who is helping us capture him. Otherwise, you have to keep watching him walk away from you. Ooh. That's all the Ham-Hams. To the left. Down. It's like, man, we're finally done with the thing. We can totally have the party now. So what's he been working on this whole time? He's been working on a stage. So that we can all party and dance together. And there actually is a dancing minigame in this game. Time's coming up, by the way. But you can actually get on stage, and you can unlock all the music. That's time. 46.39 on my end. We can unlock all the music on the soundtrack, and just like they're doing here, you can combine different ham chats to do a little dance, like they are in the credits. Snoozer. But that's it for Hamtaro Ham-Hams Unite. Shoot, I closed the schedule. I can't remember what's coming up next off the top of my head. But I'll be back on Sunday with Mind Maze, Marathon Percent. If you thought this run was pretty fun but pretty memey, Mind Maze that's next level right there. But that's gonna be a ton of fun. Good luck to everybody else during the marathon on their runs, and I will see you guys on Sunday.